Since the Flipkart BBD sale is about to start in about a month from now on, like around September 17th to around September 24th or somewhere in between those dates, I thought maybe prepare you to choose the correct or the best camera phone that you can buy in the sales for around 35,000 rupees to around 40,000 rupees. But is the prices to be mentioned, even though it's based on proper research, is still expected and not official pricings. And all prices are without any extra card discounts, which is usually around 5 to 10% extra off on selected credit cards like ICICI, Axis or IDFC or HDFC Bank in Flipkart, or HDFC or SBI on Amazon GIF sales, or around extra 1500 rupees to 2000 rupees off, and some might even have exchange bonuses. With that said, if you have a budget of about 33,000 rupees to 35,000 rupees and mainly want to buy a phone for the telephoto lens or overall photography that you can just click and upload it on social media, then the Oppo Reno 14 is the one for you to go. Yes, the photos aren't as vibrant as like in the Vivo T4 Ultra, but it is good enough. And also the reason I haven't picked the T4 Ultra over this one is simply because the Oppo Reno 14 surprisingly is a better value for money phone between these two, especially when the Oppo Reno 14 can take better videos plus is a little more consistent than the Vivo T4 Ultra, be it in photos or in videos, especially in videos. It has 50 megapixel f1.8 main lens with a 15 megapixel f2.8 3.5x telephoto lens, and both of them has an OIS with a mediocre 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a 50 megapixel f2.0 front camera with autofocus, and both the front and back can shoot up to 4K 60 fps, and the footage is good enough with enough details and proper stabilization. This phone also has 256GB of base storage and 8GB of RAM, which I think is very important thing for any camera phone, as you do need more storage, especially if you're looking for this for content creation. Overall, a really good photography phone with decent videography and a very well balanced phone in general. And you saw this next option coming, that's the Samsung S24 FE's 256GB variant with UFS 4.0 storage, which you could easily find around 33,000 rupees or 35,000 rupees during the Flipkart BBD sale. And this is also a very complete camera phone, basically the best video recording Android phone in this range, which can take up to 4K 60 fps from the front and the back camera, or up to 8K 30 fps from the main camera. It has a 50 megapixel f1.8 with OIS along with 8 megapixel f2.4 3x telephoto lens with OIS, and this might only be the concerning part about this phone, as this lens is pretty much outdated in front of its current competition. I mean, it takes some really good shots but not the best for the price, especially at low lights when it really struggles a lot, and a 10 megapixel f2.4 front camera which works really good. And if you like sort of a natural looking photos with some vibrance in it with good dynamic range, then this isn't gonna disappoint you. Plus, as said, videos are top of the notch for the price, yes, obviously in good lighting conditions, and overall is a very consistent camera phone for the price. The only disappointing part for the phone apart from those big bezels might be the battery, as you only get a 4700 mAh battery in a period where 6000 mAh is the new normal, with only a 25 watts wired charging support and no charger in the box. So you might have to put in 1000 rupees more for buying a charger. But overall, a balanced phone with balanced cameras for the price with excellent videography. And if you can slightly increase your budget and want a clean looking software with no gimmicky features in cameras especially, and a straight cut balanced camera phone, then the Pixel 8 should be available to you for around 36,000 rupees like last year, but for its 128GB variant. For the 256GB you might have to spend around 3,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees extra. Now for that price you will get the goodness of Google software even in the cameras, which can take pretty natural looking photos. Yes, kinda struggle sometimes in portraits, but if you were looking for a camera phone that can take crisp and natural looking shots, then this is it. It can also capture some really good videos, which is up to 4K 60 fps from the front and the rear, and it has a 15 megapixel f1.7 main with 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide, and both has autofocus, but no telephoto camera is present. It can still take good 2x portraits, but that's from the main camera, and a 10.5 megapixel f2.2 front ultra wide angle camera. Overall, if you want a premium compact phone with natural looking photos and videos, this is it. The Pixel 8 might also be available around this price, but only consider that if it's available around 30,000 rupees. If it's available around the same price as the Pixel 8, obviously go for the Pixel 8. Then the Samsung S24 is waiting for you if you have a budget of about 40,000 rupees, and that's the expected pricing of this phone just like last year, but for its 128GB variant. You have to spend around 3,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees more for the 256GB variant option. But for this price, it's again a really balanced camera phone with excellent videography and good photography. It has a 50 megapixel f1.8 main lens with a 10 megapixel f2.4 3x telephoto lens with OIS on both, with a 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide and a 12 megapixel f2.2 front camera with autofocus. Now apart from the 10 megapixel telephoto lens, which works good but mainly in good lighting conditions, all the other lenses are really good in capturing not only good photos but also great videos with great dynamic range. It is also a premium compact phone, so everything for this looks and feels premium. Yes, apart from the battery life, as it only has a 4000 mAh battery with 25 watts wired fast charging, and yes, again no charging in the box, with a little more heating, especially while video recording, mainly due to its compact size. But as a camera phone for this price, it won't disappoint you, and is also a very consistent camera phone too. Now if you wanted the Pixel 8's camera quality with better battery life and double the storage, then you can get the Pixel 9a, which should be available at around 40,000 rupees or around 42,000 rupees during the Flipkart BBD sale, which would also be around the same price as the Pixel 8's 256GB, but this phone will have better thermals with better performance due to a newer chipset, which would also mean a little overall better photo quality as compared to the Pixel 8, but the Pixel 8 will still win in the videography section. It has a 48MP f1.7 main lens with a 12MP ultra-wide angle camera, and this time only the main lens has an autofocus, and a 13MP f2.2 front camera. The main can take up to 4K 60fps videos, but the front is restricted till 4K 30fps only. But overall, I would only recommend this if you wanted the Pixel 8 but with a bigger battery and screen size. But then you also have to compromise on the build quality if you get the Pixel 9 over the Pixel 8, which is miles ahead in terms of build quality. But yes, don't forget the charger with this one also. Overall, these were some camera phones that I expect to come around 35,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees and are really good balanced ones rather than being based in one category and basically disappointing in the other. Some other phones might also join this list when the Flipkart BBD sale actually starts, and I will definitely make a separate fresh video then, so definitely stay subscribed for that. But for now, these should be your camera phones options to get in the Flipkart BBD sale for the price. Yes, the Oppo Reno 14 is currently available on Amazon but not on Flipkart, but it might be available on Flipkart before the sales, and even if it isn't, then expect the same price on the Amazon GIF sales too. And watch this to know which is better between the S24 FE and the S24 and the S24 Plus, or this one to know the Pixel phones BBD pricing. And as always, this was Rideep. See you guys.